my name's Ingeby from Energised Performance, and this is Karen, one of my clients. We're back for part 3 of the Bodyfit magazine running booklet that you can buy. It's in the September issue, and we're putting together 6 exercises which are going to help with your strength and speed. We're going to film this clip quite quickly because you might not be able to see, but it's pouring with rain, so we have moved location, and if we look a little bit wet and cold, that is why, but we thought we'd just roll on. So what we're going to do is exercise 5 and 6. 5 is the Gluteal Bridge, so you're going to activate your glutes, lower back and hamstrings. And number 6, the final exercise, is the tricep press up. So both muscles, really important to improve your running strength and your speed. If you want to look at exercises 1, 2, 3 and 4, then look at the 2 previous YouTube clips. As we said already, Karen is warmed up. Well, she was warm, but we're a little bit cooler now because of the weather, but she's warmed up. She doesn't have any injuries, but if you have any injuries or you have any questions, then do ask us. Email me, kim@energisedperformance.com, before you start the exercises. Okay, so Karen's going to come down onto the mat. So this exercise is going to focus particularly onto your gluteal, so your bum muscles. Really important when you're doing any form of exercise that your bum muscles do work to take the pressure off your knees. And the rain is now increasing, so we'll get going. Right, so Karen's going to lift up and she's going to hold that position. Now if you weren't strong in your glutes or your lower back, you would just raise up and down from there. Karen has good strength, so what she's going to do is lift this leg up and then pull it forwards and back. Okay? As she does that exercise, she's going to keep doing that. You'd end up doing 10 on each side, twice, and when you've built up the strength, you're going to do it 3 times. What you want to look for is to make sure that the hips don't drop low as you do that. Okay, you can rest. Relax right down. So then you would change onto the other side. It's common that one side is going to be weaker than the other, so you're going to feel like your pelvis is rocking too much. So you need to keep the hips nice and stable. Aside from the rain, Karen, we have to laugh because it's really wet, but it's running and everybody runs outside. The only problem is that we didn't bring waterproof jackets. Breathable kit, essential. Sweatshop, Sweaty Betty, Moti, loads of shops we could have bought and brought a running top that was waterproof. But anyway, how did you find that?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah? As you're doing it, do you just want to sit up for a minute?
Yeah.
As you're doing that exercise, where do you feel it most?
In my glutes, and then I can feel it in my core as well, and then obviously with the leg movement, I can feel it in the leg too.
Okay, and can you feel, as you're doing the single leg raise with the glute bridge, can you feel an imbalance when you do one side or the other?
No, not especially.
Not especially, no. When we did that a couple of years ago, when I started training you, could you feel that imbalance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Felt weaker on my left side than on my right side.
Okay. So is it an exercise that you would recommend to people as well?
It's stronger now having done that than it would have been before.
Okay, brilliant. So you would start by raising up and down for 10, and then you're going to do 5 to 10 single leg raises on both sides, aiming to do 2 sets, building to 3 sets. Okay, so that's exercise 5, and then the final exercise for the Bodyfit supplement is your tricep press up. So why we've chosen the tricep press up is to work this part of the arm for when you're running, so that you've got the power and the strength in your upper body. If you can't do a tricep press up properly and effectively, or you've got any shoulder problems, then you would go into a full press up. Okay, so we're going to start exercise 6 before my client looks like she's going to freeze. Okay, so tricep press ups. So you're going to start with a half one. Okay, so most people find that a half one is going to be effective and enough to make that area work. So I'm just going to come round. So you're going to make sure that your shoulder, hip, knee is in a nice straight line. Bring your pelvis slightly underneath you and engage that. Head stays in line with your spine, and the key for this is that you bring your elbows in line with your glutes. So think as you lower, you're pushing your elbows back towards your bum. So Karen's going to go down and do about 5 repetitions. Okay, so full movement all the way down, keeping the core engaged, breathing out as you go down, in as you go back up. So you can do one more. As you can see, the elbows are pointing to the back, so you can rest. So stop her with that many reps, because as soon as she starts to tire, the elbows are going to come out, and then there's more strain on the elbows, and that could cause injury. So you would do a half press up. If you have the strength, you could take that into a full press up, full tricep press up, and that would be even more beneficial, and you would feel your core working. But don't try that unless you have the strength. If you find the half tricep press up is too challenging, then you would take it into a full press up. So that's exercise 5 and 6, gluteal bridge to build the strength up in your bum muscles, and then tricep press ups to help with the arm strength when you run, so you don't fatigue with the upper body. If you have any questions, please do email us, kim@energisedperformance.com. Training plans, extra advice, get the Bodyfit magazine, and also log on to our website, energisedperformance.com. And thank you very much, Karen.
Pleasure.
The first 2 YouTube clips were nice and sunny, so it's just this last one. So thank you very much. Any question from anyone, be in touch. And happy running, happy racing.